Imagine a traveler that has journeyed for millions, perhaps billions of years. Cast out from its native star system, it has drifted through the silent, star-dusted abyss, a lonely pilgrim in the great galactic wilderness. It has passed dying suns and witnessed the birth of new worlds. Now, this ancient wanderer, a giant of rock and ice, has entered our solar system, and it has no intention of leaving quietly. What if I told you that after its eons-long voyage, this traveler is not just passing through? Its trajectory, refined by the gravitational pull of Jupiter and Saturn, has been irrevocably altered. It is now locked on a course so precise, so mathematically certain, that in less than a decade, it will slam into the frozen, red sands of Mars. This is not a hypothetical scenario. This is not science fiction. This is a reality unfolding in our own cosmic backyard, confirmed by observatories across the globe. The object has a name, 3I Atlas. The 3I designates it as only the third interstellar object ever confirmed. But its properties, its size, and its ultimate destination make it unlike anything humanity has ever witnessed. For generations, astronomers have dreamed of studying interstellar visitors. We had fleeting glimpses. Oumuamua in 2017, a bizarre cigar-shaped enigma that tumbled past us, sparking wild theories of alien technology. Then came Borisov in 2019, a more familiar-looking comet, but one that still hailed from an unknown star. They came, they passed. They left us with more questions than answers. But Atlas is different. Atlas isn't a fleeting mystery to be debated for years. It is a definitive, catastrophic event on a fixed schedule. It isn't just passing by. It's aiming straight for one of our neighboring worlds. When the James Webb Space Telescope turned its powerful golden eye to the faint speck of light, the data it sent back sent a shockwave through the scientific community. The confirmation was absolute. An object from another star system, older than our civilization, perhaps older than Earth itself, will meet Mars in a catastrophic embrace. The energy of the impact will be equivalent to millions of nuclear bombs, gouging a crater hundreds of kilometers wide. For a planet that has slept in a frozen stasis for billions of years, Atlas will be a brutal, world-shattering awakening. But Atlas is more than just a harbinger of destruction. It is a time capsule, a pristine sample of another solar system, forged under an alien sun. Spectrographic analysis suggests its composition is unlike any asteroid or comet native to our system. Locked within its frozen heart could be exotic molecules, water from a distant ocean, or even the fundamental building blocks of life, preserved in a deep freeze for eons. It's a messenger in a bottle, and its message is about to be released in one final spectacular act of cosmic drama. So what happens when the blood-red planet, our symbol of war and desolation, meets the wanderer from the stars? What happens when an act of immense destruction collides with the tantalizing possibility of creation? This event forces us to confront our own place in the cosmos. What does it mean for us, watching from our fragile blue world, powerless to intervene, yet desperate to understand? Does it reveal our own terrifying vulnerability, or does it unite us in a shared moment of awe and discovery? Every telescope on and off this planet is now trained on this messenger of fate. Every supercomputer is running simulations, trying to predict the unpredictable. Because this is more than just an astronomical event. It is a mirror, reflecting our greatest hopes and deepest fears. The countdown has already begun. Across the world, observatories lock their eyes on Atlas. Each night, its faint glow grows brighter. Supercomputers run thousands of simulations, and every time the result is the same: impact. Humanity has no choice but to wait. For some, this is a story of doom. For others, it is the chance of a lifetime. Atlas has been traveling for eons. Imagine its birth in a distant solar system, a fragment ripped from a shattered world, flung out by gravitational chaos, exiled into the void. For millions of years it drifted between the stars, untouched, unseen, carrying within it the frozen memories of alien skies. And now, after all this time, fate has guided it here, to our solar system, and to Mars. But why Mars? Why now? Is this cosmic accident, or cosmic design, Mars is already a planet of mysteries. The largest volcano in the solar system rises from its surface. The deepest canyon cuts through its crust. Rivers once flowed, oceans may have existed. Some believe life itself may have started there. And now, Mars is about to be struck by a messenger from another star. Coincidence or destiny? The physics of the impact are almost beyond comprehension. Scientists estimate the collision will release energy equivalent to billions of megatons of TNT. Upon contact, Atlas and a vast portion of the Martian crust will vaporize. The resulting shockwave will reverberate through the planet's core, triggering Mars quakes on a global scale. A crater wider than any city on Earth will be carved in an instant. But the blast is only the beginning. Trillions of tons of dust will be ejected into the thin atmosphere, wrapping the planet in a veil of darkness. Sunlight will be blocked for years, plunging Mars into a planetary winter, transforming it into a colder, harsher world. And yet, amid this cataclysmic destruction, an extraordinary possibility blooms. This is the theory of panspermia, that life can travel between worlds. What if Atlas carries a cargo of complex organic molecules, the very amino acids that form the basis of life? As the impact scatters this material across the Martian surface, could it seed the planet with a new and alien chemistry? Could it awaken something long dormant in the Martian subsurface? What if, centuries from now, explorers discover that life on Mars was not born from its own red soil, but was delivered from the darkness between the stars? Back on Earth, the world watches, a mix of terror and awe. A frantic debate erupts. NASA and ESA scramble to draft emergency missions, proposing high-speed interceptors to snatch a sample. Private billionaires offer their rockets. One faction argues we must intercept Atlas to study its pristine contents. But another, more controversial voice emerges: let it hit. Let Mars become our grandest laboratory, a once-in-a-civilization opportunity to witness the forces that shape planets. Humanity argues, but Atlas doesn't wait. Time is running out. And still, the most terrifying question echoes. What if we are no longer just watching? What if, by the time Atlas arrives, our first fragile colonies already exist? Cities under glass, pioneers walking the red soil. For them, this is not a scientific curiosity. The impact shockwave could shatter their habitats. The ensuing planetary winter would blot out the sun, crippling the solar panels that power their existence. For the first Martians, Atlas would be a death sentence. For humanity, it would be the ultimate paradox, an event that could deliver the greatest discovery of all time and the extinction of our first off-world children. Every night, when you look at Mars, you see a faint red star glowing in the dark. But now when you look, you'll know. Something is coming. Something vast, ancient, alien. For millennia, it has drifted through the silent gulfs between stars. A ghost from a solar system long dead, carrying the chemical fingerprints of its origin. Our telescopes tracked it as a faint anomaly before we understood its true nature and its unalterable course. A traveler carrying the weight of a distant sun, and it is not coming to visit. It is coming to collide. On impact day, the sky will light up. Telescopes across Earth will capture the flash. The energy released will be staggering, equivalent to millions of nuclear warheads, vaporizing rock and ice in an instant. A plume of superheated debris will erupt into the thin Martian atmosphere, visible as a new temporary star in our own sky. Mars will roar without a sound. Our instruments will listen for the seismic echoes, the planet's ringing response to the blow, gathering more data about the Martian interior in moments than in all the decades prior. For those watching, it will feel like the end of a world, and the birth of a story greater than any we've ever known. And when the dust settles, the new crater, a fresh wound on an old world, will become the most scrutinized place in the solar system. We will face questions no one has answered. Did Atlas seed the barren soil with the complex organic molecules necessary for life? Or did its violent arrival sterilize a world on the cusp of Genesis? Did it deliver precious water ice, a blessing for future human colonies? or unleash toxic elements, cursing the planet for generations? Is it a warning for Earth? A preview of our own potential fate? Or is it an invitation to overcome our fears and explore further? Because here is the truth. Atlas is not just a rock. It is a message written in the language of physics and time. A reminder that in the grand theater of the universe, creation and destruction are not opposites, but partners sharing the same cosmic stage. The same forces that shatter worlds also forge new ones. And as you watch this story unfold, remember, you are not a passive observer. You are part of it. Humanity is part of it. This event will change us, forcing us to look up and confront the sheer scale of our reality. The universe is speaking, and for this brief, brilliant moment, Atlas is its voice. This is not the end. It is the beginning. So stay with us. Follow every update, every mission, every revelation. Subscribe to spacevast-tv, share your thoughts in the comments, and join the conversation that will define our generation. Because when Atlas collides with Mars, it will not only change a planet, it will change us all.